Hey everyone, today we are going to look at some upcoming DC Rebirth collections. DC was kind enough to send these to us in advance so we can give you a look at them and share our honest thoughts. And thankfully, as usual, our honest thoughts are very positive. And it's a great week for me personally because they sent us two of my favorite DC Rebirth titles, Volume 2 of Superman and Volume 2 of Green Arrow. And if you caught a glimpse there, you could see there's more underneath these two, and we'll show you a bit of those at the very end of this video. First up, Superman Volume 2 by Peter J. Tomasi, Patrick Gleason, Doug Mankey, Jorge Jimenez, Mick Gray, John Cleese, and many more. Actually, let's look at the cover quote. According to IGN, Superman's rebirth is one you must not miss. I wholeheartedly agree with IGN. This is, like I said before, one of my top series. I know John, who's holding the camera right now, he firmly agrees with that as well. And it reminds me how much I also love Super Sons. That title is only on the second issue now. Definitely check that out. Let's see what other praise they have on the back. According to the AV Club and the Onion, Superman is gorgeous spectacle is an undeniable part of Superman's appeal, but the family dynamics are what make it such an engaging read. Absolutely correct. This one's all about family, and Peter J. Tomasi and Patrick Gleason are doing a great job crafting the story, and according to Newsarama, head and shoulders above the rest. Let's take a look at it. So once again, this is Volume 2 of Superman. It collects 3 different stories. If you... first up, there was this one shot. You have this great cover here. Let's just linger on that for a moment because I adore it. It's can Superman put away the cape and costume and simply enjoy the fair with his family. But first, let's check out Jorge Jimenez's amazing artwork. This dude is ridiculously talented. I'm so happy that he's on Super Sons because he is such an incredible fit for that book. He also did, and I love that. Sorry, gotta just take a moment to admire it. He also did an issue of Superman, which had Swamp Thing. That was another gorgeous looking issue. And in this one, it's all about can he go with his son and his wife to the fair as just Superman? Can he resist, as just Clark Kent, a husband and a father? Can he just be an average person, or will he end up being a hero? It is a very heartfelt, very sincerely positive and adorable issue, and I don't want to spoil the ending, so I will cut ahead to a 2-issue arc that pays some respect to the late and great Darwin Cook's work. Let me go right to the big reveal, which was great at the time. If you like Darwin Cook, you very likely will guess where this is going. You have Superman and Superboy fighting dinosaurs on an island. That alone should. There we go. Okay, and I don't want to spoil the second chapter of this, so I'm going to skip ahead. And then there is a, I believe, 2-issue arc which revolves around the father-son dynamic between Superman and Superboy and Batman and Robin. And Damian's friend, Goliath. And you also have the Daughter of Nobody in here as well. If you read Pat Gleason's Robin run, you'll recognize both those characters. All right. They get into a brawl, and Robin's pets join the fray. It's good fun. And this, I remember loving this at the end. So you just see that, and then their reaction there is so good. Just them looking shocked and scared, saying, uh-oh, and then this stern, which is basically Batman's ordinary expression, just Batman being Batman there. Then you also have this great cover, which needs to be a poster. I would frame that and put that on my wall. Love it. All right, so you have more of Robin and Superboy joining forces, and this took place before Super Sons. Once again, cannot recommend that series enough. And then there is a 2-issue arc with Frankenstein. don't want to give away any of the plot twists in here, so I'm going to skip ahead and show you the extras in Superman Volume 2. So we have a look at several variant covers by Kenneth Rocafort, as well as Andrew Robinson. Both are awesome for totally different reasons, as you can tell. And we have another from Andrew, two more from Andrew Robinson. Wow. And then two more, once again, from Andrew Robinson. And let's see, what else? And one final variant cover from Andrew Robinson. And then there's also an ad here for other DC Rebirth Collected Edition, Superman Volume 1. Read it, people. Read it. It is amazing. If you love Superman, you need to be reading it. If you're interested in Superman, you need to be reading it. If you think Superman is lame and boring, you need to read it, and it'll prove you wrong. Supergirl Volume 1, not out yet. Action Comics Volume 1 is out. And Batman Volume 1, I Am Gotham, is currently out as well. And here's a look at some pre-Rebirth collections if you want to get more of a Superman fix. So once again, Superman Volume 2. Today is Tuesday, meaning tomorrow is the best day of the week, new comic book day. This will be available. Let me give you the exact price. It is listed as $16.99 and collects issues 7 through 13, worth every single penny and then some. I'm not even heartbroken that they don't have character sketches or anything like that in the back. The quality of these issues are that good. Check it out. Up next, Green Arrow Volume. You know what? A little rude there. John, who also loves this comic, I want to give him a chance. John, is there anything you want to tell all the people out there about Superman or Superman Volume 2 in particular?
Just go out and read it. Just go out and read it. I mean, that image alone is iconic. And if it isn't yet, it will be. Mm-hmm. So if you have any idea of how the fathers have related over time to each other, just imagine how the sons are going to be with each other. And this gives you a nice glimpse and preview into what that's going to be like.
All right. Oh, God, can't get over this. Jorge Jimenez, if you have not heard of him, now
where have you been?
Yeah. Dude is quickly making a name for himself. His work is so good. Love it in Super Sons. All right, so now moving on to the Emerald Archer, Green Arrow, Volume 2, written by Ben Percy, and it has artwork by Stephen Byrne, who's currently illustrating the Power Rangers and Justice League team-up, as well as artwork by Juan Ferreira and Otto Schmidt. According to IGN, this is one of DC's best ongoing titles. I do not disagree with that at all. John, I know you read Volume 2. Do you second that opinion? Oh, excuse me, I know you read Volume 1. Excuse me. Second that opinion?
Absolutely. I mean, this got me back into it, and really looking forward to reading Volume 2 to see where it goes, because Volume 1 leaves you on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, and one thing that I love about Rebirth is it brought Black Canary back into Green Arrow's life. And Ben Percy, he's juggling a lot of different story arcs, but the dynamic between these two, it's so important in the character's history, and this is such a warm and great cover. It just pulls you right into that moment. Let's take a look at the back and see some of the other quotes from Newsarama. They say, "The world that artist Otto Schmidt creates feels real and lived in. And according to comic book resources, Green Arrow is a breath of fresh air." And it looks like this one also has a cover price of $16.99, and this collects Green Arrow 6 through 11. Let's take a look. And if you read the Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino New 52 run, you of course recall the character Emiko, or you may pronounce it Emiko. I'm not quite sure. I've never really had to say it out loud. But yeah, she is back in this series as well as Shadow. So they're focusing on the supporting characters in Green Arrow's life. And that is the focal point of this first story arc. I mean, look at Stephen Byrne's artwork. It's so animated. He's such a good fit for Justice League and the Power Rangers team up. And such a great fit right here as well. It just pulls you right into that moment. And the coloring is great too. Wow. All right. So this is all about Ollie being a big brother and doing his best to make Emiko the best hero she can be. If you do not know her, think of her as female Damian Wayne. She's arrogant, she's dangerous, and she is incredibly skilled. And yeah, she's a great character. Really hoping that since Ben Percy also writes Teen Titans, I'm really hoping we'll see both of them interact, because that could be priceless. So let's fast forward a little bit. This focuses heavily on sporting characters. I don't want to spoil it, so I'm going to skip ahead. And now we get back to this. It looks like Otto Schmidt, who did the first story arc, or most of the first story arc, illustrating it. And wow. Obviously a very different look than Stephen Byrne's work, but it's great. The transition between the two artists isn't jarring at all, because they're both on their own respective story arcs in this title. And you also have Diggle. I forgot to mention that. If you like the TV show, Diggle is also in the comic. All right, don't want to spoil too much, so I'm going to skip ahead. Oh, and then we have, how could I forget, this epic underwater action sequence with Juan Ferreira's artwork. Check that out. Jeez. Canary Cry being put to good use there. He just does such a great job illustrating these intense and fast-paced action sequences, from the train coming to a screeching halt to the way the fights are move along. I mean, look at this, just checking his watch, and then it comes into focus that Oliver Queen is right behind him. How cool is that? It's just the visual storytelling in addition to Ben Percy's writing. Just very, very good. All right, you have Black Canary on the motorcycle, Green Arrow catching a ride, and I'll leave it at that. Oh, okay, fine, I'll show this. And then let's skip ahead to the extras. A look at, I believe it's several variant covers by Neil Adams, with Josh Adams and also Tim Shin. And then several other DC Rebirth trades, which we have shown all of these off in previous videos. Batgirl and the Birds of Prey Volume 1, Titans Volume 1, and Deathstroke Volume 1. If you're watching this on Facebook, click the Videos tab on the left, and you'll be able to find the Rebirth video in there. If you're watching on YouTube on Midtown Comics TV, just check out our past videos, and we highlight all of these in there. So once again, Green Arrow Volume 2. It will be on sale tomorrow. And then next Tuesday, we're going to give you a look at Batman Volume 2, I Am Suicide. This has Batman forming his own Suicide Squad to take on Bane and get the Psycho Pirate back. Bane's not going to, just let them have the guy, because Bane is using Psycho Pirate to help with his withdrawal from Venom. I'm not even going to give you a look at the inside. If you want a better look at this comic, next Tuesday, we're going to highlight it in that video. We're also going to take a look at Action Comics Volume 2, Welcome to the Planet. Delves further into the mystery of the new Clark Kent. If you're current on your comics, you know what happened with that, but sometimes these stories are so good they're worth a double dip. And then eventually, we have a real highlight here that was sent very early to us, All-Star Batman Volume 1, which is a hardcover. And as I'm sure many of you know, this is Scott Snyder and John Romita Jr. And check this out. It's a hardcover, so if you take off the sleeve, I want to give you a look at what it looks like without it. You have Batman, Duke, and Two-Face. Very cool. All right, so thank you very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed reading these collections and more on New Comic Book Day tomorrow. And please remember, next Tuesday, we're going to be taking a look at even more DC Rebirth collections. Thank you very much for DC for giving us the opportunity to check these out early. We're thankfully loving all of them, and we hope you guys are enjoying them every bit as much as we are. Take care and be good to each other. See you next time.